who explained that as small, for instance, a lot of barbers and beauty salons did not get access.
So the answer for young people when I talk to them is not that voting makes everything perfect. It's that it makes things better. You are more likely to have representatives like the congressman or the senator who are going to look out for you, who understand who you are. Your voice through them will be heard in the corridors of power. And what that we saw this summer, amazing outpourings of folks on the streets from every different background. And it made me optimistic about young people because they want, what it showed me was that in some ways they believe more in what they were taught than maybe their teachers did about what America should look like. They took seriously the idea that people should be treated on the basis of the content of their character and not the color of their skin, and that we want to have a society that's not discriminatory and to tear down some of those barriers. But protest that is not translated into policy, is not translated into law, it just kind of dissipates. It goes away. What we have to do is always constantly figure out how do we institutionalize awareness and make those into laws and policies that can actually change the country for the better. And that is worth 15 minutes. Just by virtue of one single election, things don't become perfect, but you get yourself on a pattern, on a habit of being better represented and getting better served by your government. And that's the message that we have to send young people. The easiest thing to do is just say, well, I quit. But we can't afford to quit. And as I said at John Lewis's funeral, as I have said right here in Philadelphia when I spoke at the Democratic National Convention, our ancestors, our fathers, our grandfathers, they had a much better excuse to quit than we did. Anybody who says things haven't gotten better in this country is somebody who didn't live through the 50s or the 40s or the 30s. Because if you talk to folks who did, they ain't gonna say nothing changed. And the reason things changed was because folks voted. That's how the Voting Rights Act got passed. That's how the Civil Rights Act got passed, up and down the line, and that's going to continue to be how we bring about changes.
First districts in the state, and I chair the Banking and Insurance Committee, and we know there's been a history of redlining